Time for the Energy Surf Report.
Namaste, you guys. How's it going? This is Melissa Sanangelo. Welcome to a Surf Energy Report. I'm going to read to you guys the Surf Energy Report for right now is what's going on, and then we're going to do, and I'm going to pull some cards for the collective of conscious beings that want to bring themselves to their authentic being, which I'm going to talk about in the Search Energy Report. And then I'm going to let you guys, in your own home, you're going to pick, in your own brain, you're going to pick one card. You're going to pick card number 1 or card A, card number 2 or card B, card number 3 or card C. And you're just going to pick one of these cards. Which one do you think is going to resonate with you? And I'm going to pick the card and read it and then see what happens. If that sounds good to you, if it resonates with you or not. You can take it or leave it. But this is my Surf Energy Report for just coming out of the full moon in Gemini. So we just came out of this full moon in Gemini this past holiday weekend. Today is November 28th. We also have the Sun, Jupiter, and a Mercury retrograde all happening in the light of Sagittarius. This means we're working with Gemini and Sagittarius right now. This helps us to work on our mental barriers, stepping more into our truth and authentic self. So if you are wanting to become your authentic self, if you're doing self-help things, you're getting more into exercise, your diet, you're thinking that you want to start taking care of yourself more, then this is for you. This time right now is for you, and you will be successful. So just go for it, because the energy is in your favor of doing this. And when the energy is in your favor of doing this, you can't fail. So it's you're not working against the energy. You're going with the flow. Okay? So you may want to pursue adventure, higher learning, and change the way you believe about things. The conjunct Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury are helping you to integrate the logic mind with intuition. The universe wants you to look at the bigger picture without logic, letting the mental mind go, focus on the ideas, and run away with them as if you have everything you need to manifest. Moving past your fears and things that are no longer in alignment with you. Look at what you believe today. Have you outgrown old beliefs? The Sun conjunct Jupiter makes these risks a fortunate opportunity. The Sun is opposite of the Moon while it's conjunct with Jupiter. This brings the light and dark together as one. So we're having a sort of unity going on where we're all kind of realizing that we're all one. We're all kind of realizing that we affect each other. That kind of stuff. The separation is no longer. It is a time to change not only what you think about, but also the way you feel about things. So getting in touch with your emotional side is what the energy is prompting you to do, pushing you to do. Sometimes you can cling to the familiar because you think it's safe, but during this full moon and the rest of the year, you can be more optimistic. Then we have the full moon squaring Mars in Pisces, bringing up issues about the past and fears associated with facing these emotions. So if you have past emotions and fears, things that you haven't finished, relationships that you walked away from, these kinds of things, you know, old addictions and things that you're not looking at, right now is the time to really start looking at that. Pisces is both the place of hidden enemies, and Mars can bring up the desire to overcome these fears once and for all. So like I said, right now is the energy. If you want to make a correct turn because you made a wrong turn down the road, right now is the time to correct it. The Gemini moon being opposed to its ruling planet Mercury, which is again in retrograde. And I want to talk about Mercury retrograde a little bit because I heard somebody tell me today, oh, I don't believe in that. And it's not about believing in it, because science tells us, astronomers tell us that the planets do these things. The planets are backing up. They're in retrograde. And when that happens, things like communication fall apart, or it's not as clear. Your computer may not connect as perfectly as it did when the planet is in retrograde. And it's because of the energy pulls that happen on the Earth. And it's not really about believing in it. It's more about going, oh, that's what's happening. Because when you go outside in shorts and it rains and you're cold and wet, you understand I'm cold and wet because it's raining. But because you can't see the energy, and a lot of us are blocked off from feeling the energy, we just pretend like it doesn't exist or it doesn't really affect us. But it's like if the energy is dense and you're trying to push a project through, and the energy kind of isn't allowing it because it kind of isn't time for, let's say a flower, you plant a seed, and if the seed is trying to grow at the wrong season, when it's not harvest time, it's not going to be healthy. It's not going to be a good thing. So same with an idea. If you're trying to push an idea out there and it's not time for it yet, or the universe is over here trying to connect you with another person, but you're pushing it through with somebody else at another location, and the universe is over here going, no, the right person is for you over here. I mean, we have to listen to that. We have to understand that we're here. We're all sharing one big energy. And that energy has to look at all of our lives and all of our thoughts and all of our wishes and what's going on and fit all of that into a big puzzle. And if you're pushing something through and the energy isn't ready for you to do that because it's over here trying to line something up for you and you're pushing it, it's going to be hard on you. It's not going to work. It's going to fall apart. You're going to build something on a faulty foundation. So that's why myself and other people in the world try to explain the energy, because we can feel it. I can feel if the energy is dense. I can feel if the energy is easy, if there's a good flow. If my emotional body is needing some healing today, or my wisdom body, I have some knowledge downloads coming through, that kind of stuff. So I just kind of went off on my little rant there, but I hope that made sense for you. And if you have any questions about that, please put that in the comments and I'd be happy to clarify anything. So the energy of the full moon is said to last up to about 6 months, and it affects fire and air signs, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aquarius the most. So you guys, this has been your Surf Energy Report. I'm going to pull a card for all of us from the chakra deck. Hi, Caitlin, James, Richard. Hey, Jan, what's up? So I'm going to pull, all right, pleasure, enjoyment, beauty, sensitivity, indulgence. So take pleasure in self-care and taking care of yourself. And don't let the holidays stress you out too much. All right, so now we're going to do the pick a card game. Let me just shuffle these really quick. Hey, Michelle. So starting from left to right, these are my fortune cards. Okay, if these cards resonate with you, then you're going to pick card number 1. This is a deck called Fairy Tale Oracle. And if you want a card, if you think your card is coming from this deck, then you're going to be card number 2. And then this is my Chakra Insight Oracle. And if you want a card from this deck, it's card number 3. All right? All right, so bringing my angels and guides in the room to pull for the collective of consciousness, and to give you the right card for you. So I'm going to just take this card, marriage. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. I do believe I pulled this the last time I pulled cards. It's really interesting that I should pull it again. So this is basically the card of unconditional love, and I'm going to read it. So if you picked card number 1, maybe somebody's going to propose to you, or you're going to propose to somebody else, or you're just needing to give yourself some unconditional love. Marriage is a symbol of emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. Your aura is electric, attracting exactly what you need right now. There is an abundance of joy and happiness, and life's gifts are surrounding you now. The key to happiness is to strive for as much harmony as possible. There may be more than one celebration at the moment, with a new family member arriving through marriages, births, and engagements. Children will make you proud. Give your time freely to those in need, especially family. Loved ones from the past could return. This card symbolized perfect unions, both in business and in your personal life. And didn't I say in the Surf Energy report that there's kind of a union energy happening? And for those that follow the twin flame journey, that is kind of what's happening in that journey as well with those individuals. So I find it interesting that I'm pulling cards along that as well. Liberation, Rapunzel, is card number 2, if that was the card or the deck that resonated with you. And it is a number 2 card, which is also about partnerships and unions. If this card has come to you, it is time for you to consider whether you wish to explore the outside world, the spaces and places beyond the narrow yet extremely safe confines you have been imprisoned within. You have also had very little external influence. Only one powerful other has been able to influence you for now. You need fresh ideas, inputs, and challenges to the way you have been taught to experience and see the world. The world of the Tower is already behind you in your thoughts. It is up to you when you let down your hair and set yourself free. Liberation from imprisonment, escape, relief, cut yourself free from heavy thoughts, the end of negative thinking patterns, releasing attachment to your history. Change is within your ability to create. Fate will intervene, but you must be ready. A time of waiting is complete. Freedom from heavy thoughts. A new perspective. These cards are great so far. Now, if you wanted card number 3 from the Chakra Insight deck, Presence, Awareness, Attention, Reality, Connection. And it's a card 44, which is also about happy home and unconditional love. So let me find presence in the book and I'll read that for you guys. In the increasingly hectic lifestyles we lead these days, we are often lured by the pull of multitasking. While our hands and bodies are busy, the mind also tends to busy itself, wandering into the past, the future, and everywhere in between. It has become extremely common, and in cases acceptable, to be less than fully present in life. Amidst our daily activities, as we drive, as we work, even as we commune with friends and loved ones, we are often fragmented and distracted. In this state, we do not realize the magic we are missing. This card is a bold invitation to bring your presence back to the moment and to see that what great gifts are ready to unfold right here where you are. Practicing catching yourself when thoughts or actions stay from your immediate experience. Become aware of your thought patterns and gently bring yourself back to the moment with the acknowledge that right now you are right where you need to be. Even when a situation generously needs to change, often the best first step is to bring your awareness back to what is. When we are busy putting all of our thoughts and energy into the past or future, we do not see the spiritual support and the blessings that are present in each moment. This card encourages you to gently bring yourself back from dwelling anywhere other than in the now. By being fully present, we are able to recognize and utilize the guidance available to us. And that's kind of what I was talking about, being present about how the energy is right now. How the planets are aligned does affect the magnetic field that is around the earth and around each of us and everything. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. And I will check you guys out later. Have a great evening. And you can check out my Center for Balance on YouTube for other readings like this. Thanks, you guys. Please comment, share, and like. See you soon. Namaste.
Join and follow the Groovy Goddess journey and find where it leads you. We will search for our own authentic self